All right, we got a Honda HR-V and all-wheel drive, and our gas gauge doesn't work. First, what you're gonna do with a 14 millimeter, move the seat forward, remove these covers, they pull off sideways, then pull back. Okay, now we're gonna move this seat back to access the front bolts. I already removed the covers. They just slip off sideways and then pull this way. See how they grab? So you do not want to lift them and pull them. You want to spread them, pull them off. I intend to make this a full instruction. All right, now I don't have a tripod, but the whole seat can be lifted up. Be careful of the wire. And now we have access to our fuel level sensor. The passenger side has a fuel level sensor. The driver's side has the fuel pump and sensor. Remove the 4 Phillips screws. This just slides out of the way. And you can finagle it to gain access to the plug. You see, you push this top part, it'll release, and then you can unplug it. See? There's no lock or anything on it like that. It locks down. And then we need something to turn this ring. You get a new ring with the kit, so if you damage this ring a little, that's okay. On certain cars, they get so tight you literally need to break or cut the ring off. This one, we're gonna find out and see. Okay, now we're on the driver's side. So here, you want to squeeze these tabs. These locks will release. And as you're squeezing and holding, and it releases the locks, you can pull this off. This is your fuel pump feed. This is the return. I've already released the locks on that because I already had this apart testing it. And on this side, I just left this thing out. If this does come out with it, you can, with the hose, you can leave it in the hose. If not, you can put it back on here. It just clips on like that. Then when we reinstall it, it just snaps in. So we're gonna push those out of the way. Be careful, sometimes you push them out of the way, you can't put them back. There's something under here, I just tucked it under. And now we're gonna unscrew the ring. As you can see, I don't have the strength of it, but we need to go grab a tool and we'll unscrew that. So this just unscrews now. I used my Nipix pliers, but we also have a special tool for that. Now when you pull this out, you want to make sure there's nothing around so nothing falls in the fuel tank. See how it's raised? Right. There's a float hanging off, so we need to be careful pulling it out of here. I already know the float's pointing the other way, it's on the other side, so we're going to come up at an angle because the float's sticking down. And also, there is a hose, a crossover hose. Okay, we're going to need to remove that. See the float? So now we're going to need to pull this up like this. And we're going to need to remove that hose. And try not to lose it. Okay? Hose off. I have it set to the side, but I'm going to do something else. Now this thing holds fuel in it, so be careful. You don't want to get all over the carpet. Just get that out of there so we didn't spill any. And there you go. And that right there is what shows the fuel level. We are going to replace that. Now, normally, I'd recommend you replace this whole thing. However, this particular vehicle was just sent to Honda and it got a recall, so there's a brand new fuel pump motor in there. So we're not gonna do that because we have a brand new updated fuel pump motor. We were hoping they replaced the whole module and it would fix, the fix would be in the mix, but it wasn't. So now we're gonna do the gauge. Just be aware of that. While the pliers do work, or you can use a hammer and a screwdriver or something. I actually have the proper tool for it, sort of. This is for a Toyota, but it looks like it fits really good. So I'm gonna take it off that way since I'm lucky and I actually have the proper tool for it. So in my case, so I don't lose this hose, I'm gonna use these long heat instead. And now we're gonna lift this module out. We already got the ring off. Make sure the top surface is clean. See the gauge and the hose. So we're gonna remove that pickup hose and then we're gonna worm it out with the, not the gauge, the float. It's gonna take 2 hands for that. I don't have a camera stand. I'll be right back. Code was an open circuit. What you're gonna wanna do is have it set on your ohms. And then we're gonna raise this up. Now look, see how it, you see that? There's your open. So as I'm raising it up, see that? It just opened. Now it's working, now it's not. So our problem was in the right side. I already tested the left side, it's okay. We're doing them both. If that wore out, that one's gonna wear out. I myself got factory parts. So here's the left side. That's the part number I got. And this is what the kit includes: a ring, a O-ring, the float, and sending unit. This is for the right side. This is the one that actually went bad. And now we're going to install that. It's actually really easy. This thing just clips in there and slides out. See the little locking clip right there? Unlock that clip. It raises up and then it comes out. Okay. This wire is just under this little tab and then it plugs in. Get that fuel pump wire out of your way and you can actually unplug it right here. So all we do is pull the wires out of the way. The fat wire is for the fuel pump motor. That's gonna always go on the outside to hold the little wire in. And then you see this little tab here. Just use your thumb, unlock it, pull it out, and then there you go. It's as simple as that. And we're gonna grab our new one and we're gonna install the new one. It's gonna be really, really easy. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying, I'm looking at what I'm doing. See the locking tab? I'm gonna put that in there, clip it in, and we want the little wire first. And we're gonna put the big wire in there. That'll hold everything together. And then this, be careful of that part. See the S. Push it down. It's hard to do it with one hand. Push it down, okay. And clip it down, that's in. See how it's locked in place, there we go. And look how pretty that is. Those are all brand new, not cut through. All right, to install, it's real simple. Make sure your wires are nice and neat. This thing springs, so you want to make sure nothing gets caught. There's a spring in there to make sure this thing is all the way to the bottom of the tank, so you can suck all that fuel out. And this one, as you can see, our hoses flex here. We got plenty of flex, nothing's gonna bind or hit. Nothing looks damaged. Like I said, it was just at Honda for a recall. It got a new pump motor. All right, let's put it back together and see how much gas we really have. So for the O-ring part, like I like to just make sure everything's clean, no little stones or debris. Now me, myself, I like to put the new O-ring on first. Other people finagle it around, but I like to put it on first because everything has to pass through it, will pass through it like it's supposed to. So we're gonna put the O-ring on first. This is the old one. This is now an oval ring, not an O-ring. Our new one is here. See how it's nice and round, like an O ring. All right, so we're gonna put that on, make sure the line's connected. We're gonna finagle it in nice and neat, make sure it's nice and flat, and then we're gonna secure that ring. Getting this ring started could be quite challenging, so I got a tip for you. Feel around the fuel tank. I couldn't get a picture in there, but feel around the fuel tank and look for the starter of the thread. Now see this arrow? If you look around there, this is the only one with that arrow. If you look, see the beginner? So what you're gonna do is find the beginner on the fuel tank and line this up, push down, and start turning, and it'll go right on. So, okay, now I've already tightened it down. When you're putting this on, you got to hold this, turn the ring with your other hand. Be real careful. Make sure everything's flat. Don't want to cross thread anything. Once you get it going, it's still, you got to wrestle with it. It's a little snug. As you're going down, hold this. Once you feel this doesn't spring anymore, now's when you want to focus on tightening it, because you don't want to crush it tight and break anything, but you definitely want to tighten it. So once it's bottomed out and you can't feel this bounce, you know, I go at least another quarter turn, make sure I compress that O-ring. We definitely don't want to leak. And there we go, one of them is installed. Let's go install the other one. Okay, now for the highlight of the repair. Let's turn the key on and see how much fuel we actually have in this tank. Look at that, 3/4 of a tank. Awesome. I have the door open. Let's start it up, make sure she runs. Ooh, purring like a kitten. There's a photo by the tack, but trust me, it's running. And most importantly, our fuel gauge is now working. So there you go. Hope that helps somebody.